So you just got your kid an iPhone, but you don't want to give them free rein to do whatever they want on their iPhone. You don't want them to be able to download or buy any apps that they want. You don't want them to be able to see adult content on that or text or call strangers. I'm going to show you everything that you need to do on that iPhone as soon as you give it to your child. Now, the first thing that you're going to do is on your iPhone. So the first step is on your iPhone. The second and the third step is on your child's iPhone. So on your iPhone, let's first just head into the settings here. And then from here, tap on your name at the very top. You'll be able to see I'm in my Apple account here. And midway down, I'm going to choose family. Now, the nice thing is you can add them to your family Apple ID account. This allows them to do a bunch of different things and allows you to keep track of their Apple account under you. So you're going to, from here, tap on the little person with the plus. You'll be able to see I can't tap on it because I have the maximum number of people. However, once you do tap on that, you'll see a screen that looks like this. It says invite family. Now, if you're creating this for your child's account, if they are 12 or under, you're going to choose to create a child account for them and then just enter their name, their birthday, stuff like that. However, if it's, say, your teenager, your teen daughter, or your son, you're going to just choose invite others on here. Keep in mind, regardless of which profile you choose, you'll still be able to set up all those parental controls around their iPhone and limit the ability to use their iPhone to do things that you don't want them to do. So after you've set that up, you'll be able to see, it will look like this. You'll be able to see your name as well as your child's name. The nice thing is if you scroll down, you can see subscriptions. I can tap on that and I can share subscriptions from my iPhone over to them. You can see in this case Apple Music and Apple TV, etc. But you can also go back and choose to have purchase sharing. Essentially, this allows you to share your purchases and your purchase method, aka the Visa card or MasterCard or whatever card on file. You can share that with your child as well. Meanwhile, of course, setting limits on how they can and can't use that. So you can set up that purchase sharing and shared purchase method or payment method as well. Now, keep in mind, the next thing that you're going to do is head into your son or daughter's iPhone. So now we're done with your iPhone. We're going to get your child's iPhone. And the first thing we're going to do is make sure that they are sharing their location from their iPhone to your iPhone. So just open up messages here and start texting yourself. And then tap on the little plus. And from here, we're going to tap on location. You'll be able to see it pops up with your location. And then we're going to hit the share button and choose to share indefinitely. This will allow you to share your location or your child's location with you indefinitely. So you'll be able to see everywhere that they go. If they're, say, at their movies or at their friend's house, you'll be able to check to see, are they actually at that location? After you've done that, the next thing we're going to do is head into the settings again. Let me just get out of here. And this again is on your child's account. So head into the settings on your child's phone and let's scroll down and we're going to set up screen time. So tap on screen time here. The first thing you're going to want to do is choose to lock screen time settings. Keep in mind, this should be a passcode, but not the same passcode that you use to unlock your child's account. This is just a passcode that you will know that will help prevent your child from changing anything around and basically unlocking all of those parental controls. So in my case, I'm just going to choose 1111, but set something up a bit more difficult. And you can choose if you wanted to have an Apple ID to reset it. In my case, I'm just going to choose cancel and skip. Now, after I've done that, the next thing you're going to do is head into content and privacy restrictions and turn this on. Again, I'll enter in that screen time passcode. You can see lots of different options on here. The first and one of the most important ones is App Store Media, Web, and Games. Tap on that. And then we're going to tap on web content. And from here, instead of unrestricted, let's switch this to limit adult websites. This will prevent them from going to pornographic websites and even some gambling websites. After you've done that, let's go back out of here. And the next thing I would recommend doing is going to iTunes and App Store purchases. Now, if you don't want them to install new apps or delete apps or make in-app purchases, you can set any of these to don't allow. And just like that, they won't be able to make any in-app purchases and essentially spend your money while playing Roblox or Minecraft or whatever they're playing. After you've done that, you can always go back here and then you can choose more restrictions. You can choose allowed apps and you can go through this list. Let's say you don't want them to be able to use certain apps like the Wallet app, or you don't want them to be able to use FaceTime or the email app. You can always turn any of these off. And then you can also go back out of here. Another key one is location services. Now on here, I would highly recommend choosing don't allow changes. Essentially what this means is you've shared their location from their iPhone to you, and you're preventing them from changing any of those location settings, aka they can't just choose to stop sharing their location with you. After you've done that, you can choose as you scroll down whether there are certain apps that you're okay with tracking their location through that app, or if not, you can tap on it and hit the never button. After you've done that, let's go back out of here and also go through other things. Certain things like whether you want them to use their microphone or advertising. A big one is passcode and Face ID. On this, you can switch this to don't allow, meaning they can't just change the passcode to unlock their iPhone if they get mad at you and don't want you to access that iPhone. It won't let them do that unless they know that screen time passcode, which is something that only you know. If you go back out of here, you can also choose a bunch of other options. Now, we have limited the functionality of the phone through certain things that you don't want them to do, but I would also recommend limiting when and how they can use their phone. So if you scroll up, you can see communication limits. On here, you can set it to only certain times that they'll be able to call or FaceTime or message somebody. If you wanted to use contacts only, you can set it to only contacts, aka they can't just call or text a random stranger. You can set that if you wanted to. Now, other things that you can set are communication safety. If you wanted to turn this on, you can see it can detect nude photos and videos before they're sent to your child's account or to their child's device. You can turn that on if you would like to. And then if you go to web and app and website activity and turn this on, you'll be able to see all of their activity across their iPhone, what they're using, which apps they're using, etc. And when you do that, you can set certain app limits. So tap on app limits and you can choose to add a limit. And in this case, let's say I wanted to limit Instagram and I can hit next. And I wanted to limit it to just 1 hour of usage per day. And then at the end, it will block. You can also go back out of here and go to downtime. And you can set something similar. You can turn on a scheduled downtime. Essentially what this means is it will prevent them from using certain things like Instagram after 10 p.m. or something like that. You don't want them staying up super late and watching TV shows or movies or on social media or even texting your friends. You can limit that through downtime so that at certain hours of the day, they can't use certain functionality, and then the next day it just resets. I hope this gives you a good idea of all of the features and functionality that you should be doing on your child's account as soon as you give them an iPhone. I hope this helps. If it did, hit that subscribe button down below. It really helps me out. And leave a comment if you have any questions. Thanks, guys.